right. We have our plus here, and they're all matching up. So that means we only have 2 codes to go. Yay! And these next 2 are kind of fun. Now, the thing that you want to look at here is you want to see if any of these corner ones are in the right place. And let me tell you what I mean by that. This corner, this side over here is blue and red, so we would like this to be blue and red, but it's not. It's red and green. This side we would like to be red and green. It's blue and red. And this side, orange and green, and it's blue and orange. So none of these are in the right spot now. Now write this next code down. If you did have one that was in the correct spot, like we were just talking about, you would put that top one, the most correct, at the top left. So that would be this one here. If you had one that was most correct, it would go right here. But we don't, but we're going to do these steps no matter what. I like this one here. Rule, you rule. So R-U-L, rule, you rule. And our tick marks mean, again, going in counterclock manner. So R-U-L, let's do that first. Now, like I said, we would have this in the top left if we were if that were actually orange and blue. It's not. None of them are in the right spot, so it doesn't matter what we're looking at to start off with. So R is kind of like what we started here. R, going counterclockwise, is the side back. U, and remember it has that tick mark, so U, upper, we're going to turn counterclockwise. So here's upper. And the L is also counterclockwise. So if I turn this way, counterclockwise is going that way. So U-R-L. So that's kind of nice because you go U, R, and then L. Both sides are going that direction. U-R-L, and now upper again, but this time it's counterclockwise. I mean, it's clockwise, excuse me, clockwise. U-R. Now these last ones make so much sense. Backwards, the counterclockwise R is right, upper, and left. It just is going to make sense. So mainly you have to memorize this because these last ones really start making sense. So we've done these here, now we're at the R. So right, of course, the bottom here is the white, so you don't never forget what you're looking at. So if I do the right, that's just putting my white back on the bottom. So that's my right, U-R-L, U-R, and now my upper, you can see there's a white there, and I'm going to, if I do it counterclockwise, I'm putting my whites back together here, 3 in a row. And now that was my upper. Now I just have one left, and that's the L. And of course that makes so much sense to have it going clockwise because that puts all my whites back in a row. Now let's look at these top corners and see if there's anything. Oh, of course we have to match up my middle ones again. So we have middle matching, so it's all on the sides. Red going all the way up, blue going all the way up. Now we're just thinking about the corners. Now look at this. We have the red in the right place and green in the right place. So if earlier we were putting the most correct in the top left, that would be it right there. That's the most correct because it's even in the right side and the right colors and everything. But it could be where, let's see, where the red and the green were reversed here. That would still be the most correct because before the colors were in the completely wrong place. And so if this red were here and this green were here, that would still be more correct than it was because they were all in mixed up order. So now let's look and see what we have. We have this one in the complete correct spot, and what we're trying to do right now is get the others in the correct spot, even if they're mixed up. So if this were green and orange, that would be considered in the correct spot, even if it's mixed up. And if this were blue and orange, but they're not. Those two are, well, let's see, blue and orange, that blue and orange goes here, this green and orange goes here, and then this red and blue goes over here. So those are mixed up. So we're going to do this step again, but we're going to put the most correct in this top left-hand spot. So here we go with rule, you rule. So R, U, L, U, R, and again I'm just putting those back down, with the other whites, U, and that goes together with those whites, L. That's pretty cool. Very simple. I like that step. And then we have to adjust so that we have our middles matching up again. The orange all on the orange side so that it goes all the way across, because right now everything is good except for the corners. Now the one that was in the most correct place, when you do that step, that doesn't change. That stays in the same place. But look what happened to the other one. These other ones have moved, even though they're still not in the right place, so we're going to have to do it again. But they change places, but just not enough. So we're going to do this one more time, and these will rotate around one more time. So rule you rule with doing clockwise, counterclockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, counterclockwise, clockwise, and clockwise. So most correct. Make sure, very important, that you always have the most correct in that top left-hand spot before you do this step. So R, U, oh, I'm sorry. I'm so used to that basic 3. This U should be counterclockwise. So R, U, L, U, this time it's clockwise. U, R, U, L. Now we turn it one time to get them all lined up, and we have that, of course, in the same place. The green and the red doesn't change, but now look at this. Now we have the orange and green in the same place. And now here, the red, oh, why do I say red? The blue and the orange, that goes here. It's just mixed up, but that's in the right place. And look here, the blue and the red here go there, it's just twisted around. So if we needed to mix those up again, we would do the rule you rule, but since that's in the right place just mixed up and that's in the right place just mixed up, we're ready for the last step.